All right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have a very quick but real conversation. We're going to tell the truth. And the truth is Cam Newton broke code. Cam Newton is off code, right? And when I say off code, what I mean by that is this. If you are a black person and you have a voice or you have a platform, there are certain things that you are not allowed to say. There are certain people that you are not allowed to criticize because the collective overall has, they have stated that these people are off limits because they are black and we like them. And when the collective decides that we like this black person, we want to support this black person, we're behind this black person, what that means is you cannot criticize said person or you are deemed to be quote unquote off code, right? And for those of you who may not be familiar, being on code means like there's a acceptable there are acceptable things that you can say publicly about certain topics and about certain people. And there are certain things that you cannot say about certain topics or about certain people publicly, or you are quote unquote off code. And so that's really what Cam Newton did wrong. Because if you look at the sports off season, the slow season, which is between the end of basketball season and the beginning of football season, those summer months, that's the slow season. That's when a lot of sports personalities take their vacations. That's the slow season. And in that season, when people are not on vacation, that's when you get the top 10 list, the top 50 list, the GOAT debates, the who's top 10 in this, who's top 20 in that, in the NFL, in the NBA, what the Cowboys going to do, what's the Lakers doing in the offseason, what's LeBron James' legacy. That kind of stuff takes place in the summer. And so what Cam Newton is doing is nothing different than what everybody else is doing. The only issue is Cam Newton, as a black man, is speaking on somebody in a negative way that he's not allowed to speak about. That's all that's going on here. Because let's just say, for example, there was a conversation about top 5 quarterbacks, and Cam Newton was to say that Josh Allen was not a top 5 quarterback. A lot of people would disagree with him. A lot of people would debate him, but he wouldn't be attacked like this. People would not be coming at him like this. People would not be bringing up the Super Bowl and not jumping on the fumble if he was talking about Josh Allen and whether Josh Allen is top 5 or not. People wouldn't be talking about how he dresses if he was talking about Josh Allen and whether or not Josh Allen is top 5. People would not be calling him corny or lame or a hater or jealous or any of these things if he was talking about, hey, is Josh Allen really top 5? That's an acceptable conversation to have because, hey, Josh Allen is white, so you can do that. Let's be real. There are certain black people that if you want to be on the good graces of the collective, you can't say nothing about. You can't have objective conversations about them, or it's going to be a problem. That's what's going on with Jalen Hurts. He's black. He got a lot of black women around him in terms of his representation. He's cool. He's calm. He's not in the news in any negative way. He's a quarterback. You put all that together, off limits. Cannot say anything about him, or you're a hater. You hate yourself. You're off code. You're not really black, etc., etc. That's the real issue. That's the real problem that Cam Newton is having. That's all it is. He said something about somebody that he wasn't supposed to say something about because he's a black man. It's the same thing, and it's starting to decrease now, but it's the same thing with Lamar Jackson. And a few years ago, it was even worse. If you were a black man, you could not say anything negative about Lamar Jackson's game, or you was off code. You's a coon. You hate yourself. You a sellout. You tap dancing for the white man. You a hater. We get our people that we like, and we treat them like fragile people that you got to put behind glass and can't say nothing about them and put them on a pedestal and worship them. And so that's the only thing Cam Newton did wrong. He didn't realize that he's not allowed to talk about Jalen Hurts in a critical way. He's not allowed to talk about Lamar Jackson in a critical way. You're not allowed to talk about Angel Reese in any type of critical way. That's just how it is. There are certain people that we put on a certain pedestal, and you cannot say anything about them. And that's what Cam Newton did wrong. That's the mistake Cam Newton made. The mistake Cam Newton made was he said something about somebody that you're not allowed to say something about. And that's really all that happened. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real.